Tullimba is one of UNE's smart farms. It's one of 8 properties and is located furthest from the UNE campus, about 40 k's west of Armidale. It's home to our research feedlot, which has recently had a licence expansion to 2,000 head. We have an actual feedlot production unit along with various animal production units which cover off on beef production and specifically feedlot production. Given its proximity to the university, is a great place for undergraduate practical classes. Students might visit for a prac session, so a couple of hours, and get to find out about the operations at Tullimba, so what we do on a day-to-day basis, type of feed we're feeding, the type of cattle we're feeding, and the types of projects that we're doing out there. But then we also have postgraduate students who might be involved on a deeper level in terms of their research project, and a lot of the bigger projects that are happening out there will actually have a range of postgraduate and postdoctoral fellows who work on those projects using the data to develop metrics that are then flow straight onto industry. Tullimba has, up until the last 12 months or so, been a 1,000 head research feedlot facility, but we've had a licence expansion to 2,000 head, which means we can accommodate more cattle at a single time point. And this also means that Tullimba is actually the largest research feedlot in Australia. And along with this, we also have the biggest feed efficiency facility in the Southern Hemisphere. So we have 64 feed intake nodes that can be used for looking at feed efficiency, along with front foot weighers in the pens as well at the water troughs as part of that system. Currently in the feedlot, we have cattle that are participating in 3 different projects. We have the Angus sire benchmarking program, which has been ongoing at Tullimba for about 13 years now, I think. Steers for that project come in from cooperator herds. They come to Tullimba for a feed efficiency trial, which is essentially 70 days on feed at the gross safe feeders, so measuring individual animal feed intake every time they access the bunks. We also have cattle from the Southern Multi-Breed projects between UNE, the DPI and MLA, and essentially we've got 6 different breeds coming through for that project. All those animals coming through for the Angus sire benchmarking program, for the Southern Multi-Breed, they're all recorded for methane production using green feed units. During their feed intake trial, each of the groups of animals will have access to a green feed unit as well. But we're getting animals that will give us hundreds of records for methane production. We're targeting 30 records per animal so that we can get a good metric on methane production for an individual, which we can then compare across the group and then across the whole project. At Tullimba, we are feeding research cattle, but also commercial cattle, but essentially they all go through the same process on arrival at Tullimba. So animals are trucked in and unloaded. We want to process them as quickly as we can. So a lot of them will arrive late at night, and so we'll put them straight onto hay and water. And then the next day, they'll come through the yards where we will get a weight, an individual weight on them. Once they've gone through that induction process, they'll then be moved into their pen, which is essentially where they stay for their whole time. So a lot of them may have come in without any grain feeding previously. So we start them on what we call a pre-starter ration, which is really high in roughage, so lots of hay and straw, and really low in grains. Once we're happy that all animals are there, we'll adjust them up a ration. And we'll do that through all 5 rations that we have. All of these projects that are happening in Tullimba at the moment around the feed efficiency side of things, all that data that's collected is going into industry breeding values. So Tullimba is a great resource that UNE has to help solve industry problems, and obviously Tullimba's focused on the feedlot industry and the beef industry more generally. It really provides the opportunity for a range of projects to help solve any industry problem that might arise.